Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Textproof here again, and as you all know, we aim to make your already busy life way more easier. So I hope you with me. Today I'm going to walk you through the 6 basic things to do to make your Windows 10 PC faster and way more effective as well as responsive. If you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing to this channel. So here we go. 6 things to do to improve your system performance, especially for those who are using Windows 10. Number 1, disk cleanup. In order for your system to run faster, for your system to be improved, for your system to be more effective and responsive, this cleanup is paramount. In fact, I put it in the number 1 because it's one of the major factors in the system that can clog up your system and all that. So how do you go to this cleanup? Well, you have to go to Stats, and in the search box type disk cleanup. Alright, and click on it to bring out this dialog box asking you to choose the drive you want to clean. Normally I have 2 partitions. I have the C drive and the G drive, and normally the operating system is usually installed on the C drive, so I'll choose the C drive and click OK to bring out this dialog box. Make sure all the boxes are checked and click on clean up system files. Come back here again and you click on OK. It will continue. Okay, it brings out the dialog box again. If some of the boxes are not checked, please try as much as possible to tick all the files, and don't be scared. The system will not delete any file you need, and click OK and click on delete files. So the system will delete things. Depending on your system, it might take a little time, or like 30 minutes or thereabout. That's if you have a lot of temporal files. But in my own case, I always clean up my system. You can see it took little or no time. So that is number 1. It's always good for you to do that. So the second part is recycle bin. Recycle bin is the good part of our system, in the sense that whenever we delete any file in the system, it goes into the recycle bin. In fact, the rule of thumb is delete the file, it goes into the recycle bin, and when you don't really need it again, you can right click on it to the recycle bin. But one thing you have to understand, that every file you deleted that the recycle bin is also taking part of your storage memory. You understand? So if you have 40 gig worth of files in the recycle bin, it's also chunking on your memory, on the system memory. So, and thereby making your system slower and all that. So what you have to do is, maybe every month or every week, try as much as possible to delete the files in your recycle bin. For instance, if I delete any file from here, if I delete idea, if I delete it, you can see it's now stored in the recycle bin. You can right click on it and empty it. But sometimes if you don't want to, let me restore the file, I don't want to delete it. If you don't want your file, if you don't want any file you delete to store in the recycle bin, what you have to do is to select the file, hold down Shift on the keyboard and press delete. That way the file will be deleted from your system without even going into the recycle bin. So emptying your recycle bin often and often is a very, very good practice, so long as you want your system to perform very effectively. You gotta have to do that. Now, the third one is uninstalling all the programs or apps on your system that you rarely use. Let's face it, most times there are a lot of system apps or a lot of apps you installed. Maybe you wanted to use it for one thing or the other, and after doing that you forgot about the app. They are still in your system and they're choking up your memory. So what you have to do is often and often check and delete all those apps. So how you can do that is go to Start menu and search for uninstall. Click on uninstall a program. So it opens up this place. So you choose the apps, you look for the apps you no more using. Any app you see that you don't even understand or something that you no more using it anymore, or you have to just click on the app and uninstall the app. This way your system is always performing at the optimum level. I mean, without a hinge or being clogged with unnecessary apps, even though you rarely use them, but they're still in your system. So for you to always make sure your system performs at its optimum best, you have to at least delete the apps and uninstall the apps you rarely use on the system. So this is number 3, and it's very effective too. So number 4, removing temporal files. Now, temporal files are too much in the system, and temporal files are brought about when you install a program. Some programs will install some files before they'll be able to install the main program, but those files they install is of no use for you. So if you don't delete your temporal files, it will be much on your system and it will be chunking down on your memory and your C drive. So how do you delete your temporal files? What you have to do is to right click on a desktop. Right click on the Start menu and choose Run. Once you click on Run, you type temps, TEMP, and click OK. Once you're there, it will always ask you for permission. Just click Continue. Now the temporal files will open. All you have to do is to select all and click, press delete and say Continue. By the way, my temporal files are small because I always delete temporal files. That's why my system is always operating its optimum capacity. You understand? So deleting your temporal files is very, very good. Then after that, you can also delete. There's another kind of temporal file. Go to Start again, right click on Start again and click on Run. And this time around, you have to type percentage temps percentage. These are another kind of temporal files which are stored also in the system. You can see this one is even bigger. So all you have to do is select all. I'm using Ctrl A to select all, and press delete on the keyboard. Say some, it will delete, some it will not delete. Nevertheless, just the ones that you can delete, just skip it and delete the ones you can delete. Is always a good rule of thumb for you to do. So that's that. So there's another kind of temporal files you also need to be deleting. Or you have to go to the same direction, go to Start, right click on Start and click on Run. So this time around, all you have to type is prefetch, PREFETCH, and click OK. Click Continue for you to continue. So you can see there's huge temporal files here. So these things need to be deleted, else it will be chunking down on your system making your system less effective and all that. So I do Control A on the keyboard and then press delete to delete the temporal files. So once you do this at least once in a month or once in 2 weeks, myself I do it once in a month, but if you're doing a huge thing in your system, you can be doing it at least once in 2 weeks. That way you make sure your system is performing at the optimum level. So that's that for deleting temporal files. So the fifth one is optimizing your disk. So optimizing your disk is very good. I believe back in the day they call it defragmenting your disk, but now it's optimizing your disk. You can understand why they call it optimizing your disk. So all you have to do is go to your PC, you open the folder and go to your PC and right click on the PC and go to properties. With PC, go to C drive, click on PC and right click on your C drive and go to properties. Once you're on properties, you choose properties, then go to tools. Once you're tools, you click on optimize. Click on optimize. So make sure you select the drive you want to optimize and then click on optimize again. So it's analyzing the disk and as well as optimizing it at the same time. So just like I said, don't confuse the optimization of this and the fragmentation of this. Both of them are the same thing, just that in older systems they use defragmentation, but here today in Windows 10 they use optimization. So it's basically the same thing, so it doesn't really have any difference. So as a ROM, you have to take a little time because depending on your system, after the fragmentation you can now click on close after it has defragmented. So it will take a little time, so as you wait. Okay. As you wait for the disk to finish defragmenting, let me take you to the sixth thing you can do. The sixth thing is keeping your desktop clean. I cannot overemphasize this step, this sixth step. Most people, in fact, I have a friend that all his desktop is clustered with files, and he keep saying my system is slow, my system is this, my system is performing this, my system is not giving me joy and all that. But can you just gather all these files and put it in at least in one folder in your desktop? Your system will be faster that way. He thinks it's not true. But today he doesn't really keep any file on the desktop again, because he knows that it's very, very effective to gather all these files on the desktop and put it in a folder. It makes your system way more faster, way more effective, and very, very responsive. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. So that's the sixth one, and for me, a rule of thumb is for you not to, I would advise not to even keep any files on the desktop. I mean, the desktop, I hate to see files and everything on it, so it's that's me anyway. But if you incline to keep files on the desktop because you want to get to them in the blink of an eye, then fine. But make sure that you put them in a folder, a particular folder, so that it won't be clustered on the desktop. That's the very good thing to do about the whole thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope is wonderful. I mean, well, that's all for today anyway, and if you are able to run all the above strategies, you're likely to experience a faster processing power in your system and a very responsive PC. So leave a like, leave a message if you're not clear on some of the procedures. So we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, and make sure you like and subscribe to this video. It seems the defragmentation of my automation is taking longer, so I'll pause this video for now, and when it finishes I'll join it again, or I'll join it again. So let's see. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video. And of course subscribe to the channel.